Yo, what's good, basketball heads? It's your boy Crush. Let's talk about the All-Star game, man. The All-Star game sucks. I'm not gonna sit here and cap and lie. The All-Star game sucks. For multiple years now. The All-Star game been bad for many years. I mean, thinking back, it's been a while. The All-Star game sucks. Now, the All-Star weekend games, that was great. The dunking contest was great. Mac McClung basically saved the dunking contest. The three-point contest was amazing. So the All-Star weekend games was great. But the All-Star game, that was garbage. I know. You're probably wondering why. Why do the All-Star game sucks? One reason only. Defense. No one plays defense. It's boring. Like everybody stands around and watch each other dunk the ball, shoot threes, and nobody's playing defense. I know, I get it. It's not a regular season game. Obviously, it's not a regular season game where you need to go hard. But I would like to see a little bit of defense, some resistant, a little resistant. I mean, players are just shooting threes open, dunking at will, and it's just boring. It's like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I find the All-Star game to be very boring because of defense. I mean, I want to see the best players in the world compete with each other and play a little bit of defense. I mean, damn, it's only about offense. What, defense don't matter? So yesterday, I watched the All-Star game. And, it's the All-Star game. So I'm like, a little excited. Let's see what's going to happen this year. And I was very disappointed, man. I'm not even going to lie. I was disappointed because dudes are just standing around and watching each other take practice shots. They're shooting practice shots. There's no defense. Jason Tatum scored 55 points this All-Star game. I think it's probably the most ever. Why? Because there's no defense. No one plays defense. Nobody. They're just standing around. You could shoot. Go ahead, everybody. If that's the case, what's the point? I honestly don't get it. The All-Star games from years ago, 90s All-Star game, the early 2000s, it used to be great because players actually cared about winning and they played defense. But for the past decade plus, over a decade, it seems the All-Star game, the quality of the game went downhill. Nobody plays defense. It's just an offensive game. And I don't understand how no one finds that to be boring. To me, that's boring. I don't get joy in watching the All-Star game anymore. And I could think back to the last time when MJ played in the All-Star game and he came down to the wire. That was good times, man. I remember the All-Star game being good. It used to be very good. Players actually wanted to win. Players cared about defense. When a player won the All-Star MVP, you knew he put in some work. Now, when a player wins the All-Star MVP, at least to me, it doesn't mean anything because no one plays defense. Jason Tatum is shooting open threes all night. Dame Lillard is bombing open threes all night. Donovan Mitchell is bombing open threes all night. And there's no defense, no resistance, nothing. It's just boring. I miss how the All-Star game used to be. Yes, things have changed. Basketball as a whole has changed. I know that. It's a different game. I know that. I know the game has changed in certain areas. Yes, we know that. But isn't defense a part of basketball? I'm just speaking for me. I don't care if it's the All-Star game or if it's a regular game. I want to see defense. I don't mean play defense and hurt each other. No, but can we get some resistance a little bit? Can we get 65% of the regular season as far as defense? Anybody play some defense? Nobody plays defense. So watching this game, it's like, whatever. And it's boring to me. It's just boring. The All-Star weekend games, that was amazing. The dunking contest was amazing. The three-point contest was amazing. The skills challenge was amazing. So the All-Star weekend was fun. I enjoyed that. But I don't enjoy the All-Star game. And it's been like this for multiple years, man. It's just bad because there's no defense. I want to see the players compete with each other. We have the best player in the entire NBA on one floor. And everybody is just standing around and watching each other shoot threes and get dunks and layups. And nobody's and no one is putting any effort to play defense. I know it's the All-Star game. I get it. It's not that serious, and I get it, and I agree. But can we make it a little challenging? Like, I want to see challenge, man. Like, maybe it's just me. I don't know if it's me, but I don't enjoy the All-Star game anymore. The quality went down a lot. In the early 2Ks, mid 2Ks, in the 90s, it used to be very good. The All-Star game used to be really good. I don't know what happened. I mean, now obviously it's a scoring league, and I guess they figure, you know what, the fans want to see players score a lot of points. And I'm not saying they can't still do that. Yes, they can. They could still score over 100 points in the All-Star game and have defense at the same time. I'm not saying play hellacious defense where you're hurting each other. No, I'm just saying, can we have a little resistant, some kind of defense? Like something? Jason Tatum dropped 55 points. Why? Think about it. Because no one played defense. They just stood and watched him shoot. It's a practice tournament. And that's boring, man. That is so boring. The All-Star game, to me, the quality fell off a cliff. It's no longer fun to me. It's boring. I'm going to sit here for 2.5 hours and watch players just shoot practice shots that they could do in the gym. They could do that at home. I mean, what's the point? It's literally players just getting dunks and layups. It's like a warm-up drill, basically. The All-Star game is now a warm-up drill. It's a warm-up drill, and everybody's shooting threes, getting layups, dunks. There's no resistance. Nobody cares about defense, and it's boring. They really need to go back to how it used to be. Once again, I know the game has changed, but that has nothing to do with the All-Star game being so boring with no defense. If you put the best 24 players in the NBA on one floor, don't you want to see them compete against each other? I mean, think about that. Or you rather them just stand around and watch each other shoot open shots. Which one is it? That's boring. The All-Star game is just boring to me. I mean, I probably won't be watching it in the future. It's boring, man. I like how it used to be when players actually cared about defense and both conferences cared about winning. The East really wanted to win. The West really wanted to win back in the days, and they cared about winning. They cared about defense, and they put in the effort. You could see it. I'm not saying they should hurt each other, but they actually play defense, and you could tell they care. Now it's just, go ahead, man. Just shoot the ball. Everybody's standing around. Go ahead. No, go ahead, shoot the ball. And that's boring. I'm going to pay. Come on, man. That is boring. But I'm saying, can we get some defense, some resistance, some effort? I want to see a close game at the end where both teams is fighting to win. I mean, yes, at the end of the day, the game benefits charity, and that's a great thing. So either way, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't have competition. I want to see competition, man, not just a bored fest. The All-Star game used to be so good years back. It fell off a cliff, and it hasn't been good for over a decade. It just haven't been good. I mean, the All-Star game haven't been good for a very long time. And that sucks, man, honestly. I just wish they would actually play like they cared, you know, just a little defense and effort. Once again, I know it's the All-Star game because I know some people's going to be like, it's not that serious. It's the All-Star game. Once again, I get it. It's the All-Star game. I'm not saying they should, knock each other's head off playing defense. I'm just saying, can we get some resistance? That's all I'm saying. A little resistant. Can we play some defense? Like some perimeter defense? Some paint defense? Like, can we at least get back to where the game used to be fun? Players actually play defense and try to stop each other. No one try to stop each other now. It's just like stand around, go ahead, shoot the ball. I get the rebound. I go down the court. The opposition just watch me shoot the ball, and if I miss, they get the rebound. And it's boring. Like, that is boring, man. They really need to get back to playing defense and making the All-Star game feels like a competition. Tatum went off for 55 points. He won the MVP, but it doesn't mean the same, at least to me. The MVP in the All-Star game currently, it doesn't hold the same weight as back then. It just don't. I know it's the All-Star game, but it just don't. It doesn't hold the same weight as it used to because it's boring. It's watered down, man. The All-Star game is watered down. Very watered down. No challenge. Everybody stands around, take practice shots. No defense, no resistance. It's watered down. I'm not saying they should hurt each other, but can we get 70% of the regular season defense? Some kind of effort? Try to stop the opposition, make the game challenging. That would be nice. But that's not the case. No one plays defense, and it's boring. The All-Star game is boring. Yo, man, comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are on the All-Star game, man. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But as always, I holla. As always, we just talking basketball. Hit the subscribe button. Like, comment, share. Holla at your boy.
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. I'ma say it. It's all about the game.